What stresses you out?
Man, there's a lot of things that actually do stress me out. School being the biggest concern, I feel like. And on top of that, just other relationships with other people. I feel like friendships sometimes can put a strain on you if they're not healthy for you, as well as relationships if you're going through a struggle.
How do you cope with your stress?
Man, there's a lot of different tactics that I feel like can work best for me. Number one, hitting the gym. Straight up, as soon as I found the aspect that I love of going to the gym, I'm just able to take my anger out or anything that is bothering me, pump out as much as I can, get a nice pump going, get sweaty, and that kind of takes my mind off of things. And also listening to music. I love music. I'll jam out as long as I can, just put on my favorite track, my favorite artist, and listen to them. It'll help me feel a lot better within a matter of like minutes.
So is there any advice that you would give to somebody who is struggling with stress?
My main advice for you would to be, know that you can't control everything that's going on around you. There's some things that are out of your power that you need to learn how to let go and just let life deal with it. You can't focus on all the negative things all the time, so you just need to focus on what you can control. So what I'm saying to you is, do not dwell on what is stressing you out. If there's something stressing you out, take a step back, deep breath, reevaluate yourself, reassess the situation, and then just attack it a different way. There's no need for you to be stressed if you don't need to be.
What are some examples of stress that you have seen as a guidance counselor?
Well, we see a number of different things in this office. Number one is due to marks. We have a lot of kids that are really concerned with their marks and how well they're doing in certain classes and if they're going to be able to meet the requirements for college or university. And sometimes it's just from year to year what classes they're planning to take. And they don't know what choices they should make because they know it's important and they don't want to close off any of those pathways that they could take for their future. But a lot of times the stress has to do with also, just home life situations, jobs. Kids are really stressed because of the time that it takes to work and go to school and have a social life and be participating in clubs. So it's time management and, like I said, a lot of relationship issues as well.
Would you say there is a good kind of stress?
Yes, absolutely. Our bodies were made to have sort of a fight or flight response. So sometimes what you'll see is if you're in an important situation, like a job interview, or you're playing on a sports team and you have a really important playoff game, or you're writing a really important test, sometimes that stress is actually your body's adrenaline sort of getting you ready to take on that challenge. Bad stress is, the things that we can't really control when there's a number of different things that are sort of working against us, and that's combined with not sleeping, and that's combined with pressure from home, pressure from school, things like that. But there are some good things that come along with stress because our body was, like I said, made for that. And so it's allowing us to have that extra bit of energy to really get through those situations. Think of policemen or firefighters that are running into a really scary situation. That's the adrenaline that they need in that high stress situation. They would have to have that body's response to actually engage in whatever the activity is going to be. So yes, some stress is good, but we do need to know how to manage the bad stress.
Is there a specific example of a situation where you have helped somebody cope with their stress?
Sure. I mean, every day there's some situation that does occur where a student comes in and they're upset about something that's going on and they're feeling like they just can't handle all of it. Generally, a few weeks ago I had a few students come in here because of their midterm grades, and they were very upset because they were maybe not what they expected to see on their midterm report cards, and so they felt stressed because they'd been trying to catch up, but they couldn't catch up with everything. And a couple of the students even had situations where they were going through, issues with friends or, relationships with boyfriends, girlfriends, and that was just adding to the pressure because they just didn't feel like they could manage it. So what we did was we talked it out, we looked at their markbook printouts, we went through the assignments that were worth the most, and we tried to get them to sort of tackle those things first, but also give them an opportunity to get some help from our youth counselor to kind of talk through those personal issues so that we could start to balance out which stress was school related and which stress was relationship related. So yeah, we worked through that, and now they're doing much better.